I'm Julia Child. Bon appetit.
Before she became a cooking legend, Julia Child was just an American living in France.
Shouldn't I find something to do?
What is it that you really like to do?
Eat.
I know. And you're so good at it. Look at you. Now,
They're
how
growing
good
in
you are.
front of you.
I swear to God, it's Julia Child. I mean, it's unbelievable. And it's not an imitation. I mean, she became her.
But what does Julia Child have to do with me, lowly cubicle worker Julie Powell?
So how's your job, Julie?
Are you the person to speak to about my insurance form?
You can speak to me.
Do you have any power?
No.
Did you hear what happened to this one?
Showtime bought my blog for a mini-series.
I could write a blog. I have thoughts.
Write a blog about cooking.
I'm not a real cook like Julia Child.
Julia Child wasn't always Julia Child.
She didn't become Julia Child till she was 50 years old.
Why don't I go to cooking school? Bonjour!
And then suddenly, very quickly, within a week, knew that she had found her destiny.
The Julie/Julia Project. I cook my way through Julia Child's cookbook. 365 days, 524 recipes. I am risking my well-being for a deranged assignment.
Is it crazy?
Yes.
She recognizes that she doesn't have a lot of follow-through, so she imposes a deadline.
My mother made bouffe bourguignon, but it wasn't just bouffe bourguignon. It was Julia's bouffe bourguignon. And it was like she was there, like Julia was there, in the room, on our side, like some great, big, good fairy.
One of the things I said to the actors was, everybody has to eat in this movie. I know there are a lot of takes, and I know there's going to be a lot of food, but this is a movie about people who talk and eat and talk, and it can't be that you're sort of gauging yourself the way actors sometimes do and only taking, only drinking water during the dialogue parts.
When I flipped it, I didn't have the
She's so
courage
adorable.
I needed the way I should have. But you can always put it together. And you alone in the kitchen, who's to see?
In those days, television was a fairly formal affair. And people were not used to the real freshness of a personality.
I'm Julia Child. Bon appetit.
Undiluted, unscripted, and people were responding to the fact that they were really meeting a real person on television.
Oh, that didn't go very well.
One of the things I was shocked to learn when I read all the biographical stuff about her was how romantic her marriage was.
Julia, you are the butter to my bread and the breath to my life. I love you, darling girl. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
As she became more successful, he really became like her man Friday, He did everything for her.
Your book is going to change the world.
I definitely have had moments in my life where I've done this sort of self-indulgent, really dramatic, almost comedic bawling on the floor.
What am I doing?
So,
This is
long story short, another meltdown.
crazy.
Worse than the last.
Can't even trust.
And I cried like a small, emotionally disturbed child.
I'm a mess.
Every once in a while, it feels really good.
Never apologize. Don't be afraid.
It's about diving in and not being intimidated.
Good.
That is good, isn't it?
There was no one like her.
I was drowning and she pulled me out of the ocean.
Don't get carried away.
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
Oh my.
Oh, God.
You have no real talent for cooking.